Tara. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have a root chakra yoga flow for you guys. Last week we went over what the root chakra is, so I'll link that video in the description down below. You don't need to have watched it to do today's yoga practice, but it will give you more information on what the root chakra is all about. And the chakras are a really great way to work on the mind, body, energy connections. So that's going to be our goal in our yoga practices, to basically work on that connection. For today's class, if you do have a strap or a belt, you could bring that over. We'll use it for one stretch at the end of class. If you don't have it, don't worry, I'll offer you an option for taking that pose without a strap as well. So with all that said, we'll start today's practice laying on our backs. Okay, so laying on your back, start with your knees bent so your feet are on the ground, and turn your palms so they're facing down. So we're just gonna root in here, just take a moment to connect with our breath, to become present for practice. And we can set an intention here to work with our root chakra. So I'm going to offer you some options and you can choose what works for you, or you could set your own intention. So some intentions that would work for today's class. I am grounded, I am rooted to the earth, I am safe and supported, I am connected to my body, I am one with the earth. These are some options you have that would go well with the theme of today's class. So if one of those resonates with you, choose that to work with today. Otherwise, you could always set your own intention. So just take another moment here, connecting down, really bringing your awareness into the present moment. So blinking your eyes open, and we're already set up here to move into our bridge. So if you would like to bring the feet a little bit closer in, if you have the feet further out, you can do that, but otherwise keep the palms where they are facing down. Press your weight through your heels, lift your hips up toward the sky into your bridge, and then slowly lower back down. Lift the hips up, pressing through the heels, awareness really at the feet, and lower yourself back down. Next one, lift and hold, breathe. Option to interlace the fingers together, slide the shoulders underneath you a little bit more to find a little more lift in your bridge. Really root into the feet, feeling them grounded into the earth. Take a breath here. If your hands are interlaced, go ahead and release them, and then lower yourself back down to the ground. Okay. Taking a single leg bridge, you're going to cross the left ankle on top of the right thigh, so it's like this figure 4 position. Press through the right heel, lift the hips up, and then lower yourself back down. If that's too much, you can continue with double leg bridges, so both feet on the ground. Go ahead and lift the hips up. Lower yourself back down, really feeling that right glute activating. Lift the hips up. Lower back down. Next one, lift and hold, breathe. Really squeezing through that right glute to keep your hips lifted. And lower yourself back down, switching sides, left foot plants onto the earth, right ankle crosses on top of left thigh, so you're in this figure 4 position. Press through the left heel, lift the hips up, and lower yourself back down. Lift up, keep the breath steady, squeezing through the left glute, lower back down. Lift. Lower. On the next lift, hold it here. Really squeeze through the left glute. Keep the hips lifted. Breathe. And lower yourself back down. release the right leg down. If you'd like to windshield wipe the leg side to side, go ahead and do so. And then rolling onto your side, use your hands to walk yourself up and come to all fours. So on all fours, check in with yourself. Make sure the hands are directly under your shoulders, knees directly under your hips. Keep the spine in neutral right now, so you're in a flat back. And just put your awareness in the hands and the knees, really feeling the hands and the knees rooted into the earth, feeling connected here. Finding that stability. And we're going to move through our cat-cows, but really focus on the hands being rooted into the earth, the knees rooted into the earth. So drop the belly down, look up for your cow, and then pressing through the hands and knees to round your spine into cat. With the breath, inhale cow. Keep feeling into that connection. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Hold here. Take an extra breath. Come to a flat back. Tuck your toes underneath you, lift the knees, send yourself back to down dog. Everyone keep a bend in your knees in this downward dog. So nice deep bend in the knees. Press through the point between your thumb and index finger, putting strength into the arms. Hips are up to the sky. You're in this nice triangle shape, and your feet and your hands are really rooted to the earth. So finding this nice deep bend in the knees kind of can help you connect a little bit more here. Again, really allowing the hips to press up to the sky. One more breath. Walk your feet up toward your hands. Once you're there, bring your feet so they're hip width apart. Place your hands on the floor. So go ahead and bend your knees to do this. So the knees are bent, hands are on the floor. We're going to move back and forth with the breath here. If this doesn't feel great, you could either just take a forward fold, or you could always just stand up into Tadasana. Okay, so on an inhale breath, the knees bend, look forward. As you exhale, start to straighten the knees, but don't lock them out. So you want them to still have a slight bend in them, and then you drop the head down. Okay? So moving on and off. Inhale, knees bend, look forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, forward. Bend the knees. Exhale, start to straighten, drop the head. Inhale, bend, look forward. Exhale, fold. Two more. Inhale, forward, bending the knees. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, drop it down. And then just take a forward fold. Return to your comfortable breath so you can straighten the knees now. And then roll yourself up one vertebrae at a time, coming up to standing in Tadasana. Bring the feet together, hands at your sides, ground through the feet, slight bend in the knees, drop the tailbone, crown of the head up to the sky. Just finding some grounding here. This is a really simple grounding posture that you can do. And if the eyes were closed, blink them open. You could stay facing forward. I'm just turning to face you. Moving into tree pose, so it wouldn't be a root chakra flow without tree pose. So ground into the right foot, slight bend in the right knee. Throughout this whole variation, keep that slight bend in the standing knee. Left foot can either come to the ankle and then you'll have the toes on the ground, or you can bring the foot to the inner calf, or to the inner thigh. Your choice, just don't place it on the knee. Hands in prayer, breathe here, grounding through the right foot, and then reach the branches up of your tree. Breathe, finding that stability. Bring the hands into prayer. You can either stay here or we're going to flow a little in our tree today. Your choice. If you want to take the flow and challenge, you're going to place the left hand on the left knee and side bend to the left, right arm overhead. Breathe. Trying to find stability. Come up through center. Right hand down, left arm overhead, side bend to the right. Keep that bend in the right knee. Come up through center. Hands come down through prayer. Release the left foot down. Maybe shake the knees out. And switching sides, ground through the left foot. Slight bend in the left knee. Right foot can either come to the ankle, to the calf, or to the inner thigh, your choice. Take a moment here and breathe. Reach your branches up, arms reach up. Hands come into prayer at the heart, moving into our side bend. So this is kind of working on finding our stability even while there's flow around us, even while life is moving around us. Can we find our stability and our support? So right hand to the right knee, left arm overhead. The earth is always here to support us even when life is flowing around us. Can we lean into that stability, that support? Find it within us. It's always there. Reach up, left hand down, right arm overhead. Left arm up, hands come down through prayer. Release that foot down. Go ahead and shake the knees out. So feet are together. You're at the top of your mat. Reach the arms up, gaze up, fold forward. Step back with your left foot into a runner's lunge. Lift up into crescent. Breathe. Hands come in prayer. Bring the hands down to the inner portion of the right leg. Heel toe the right foot out, so it's further out to the side of your mat. Your heel is in and your toes are pointed out. Palms are on the ground, lizard pose. Stay high in your lizard here. And don't let your right knee just fall out. Hug it in toward your right shoulder. And breathe. So we're going to stay on the hands here and just breathe into the stability here, connecting with the earth. One more breath. Heel toe that foot in. Bring the hand around so you're bordering the right foot with the hands. Step back to down dog. Breathe. Left foot steps forward into runner's lunge. Lift up crescent. Breathe and hold. Awareness through the legs, feeling the legs working. This is where the root chakra lives. This is what supports us. This is where we can ground, what connects us to earth. Hands come down into prayer, and then bring the hands down to the inner portion of the left leg. Heel toe the left foot out, so your left heel is in a little bit, left toes are pointing outward. You're on your hands in your lizard. Breathe. Breathe into the hands on the ground. This is also a good way to find some extra grounding when you're feeling lost in your headspace. Just place your hands on the ground. One more breath. Heel toe the left foot in. Border the left foot with both hands. Either step back to downward dog or option 2 vinyasa if you would like. Everyone meeting in downward dog. Breathe. Drop down to the knees. Cross your feet behind you. Come back to sitting. Feet are out in front. Moving into a reverse tabletop. So your hands are behind you. Fingertips pointing toward your butt. Feet are hip width apart. Press through your heels. Press through your hands. Lift yourself up into your reverse tabletop. So your spine is flat. You're looking up toward the sky. And just breathe here. It's a lot of weight through the hands, through the feet. Keep yourself lifted while you root to the earth. One more breath. Relax yourself down. Cross your legs, come back to all fours. Either just come back to downward dog or you can move through a vinyasa. Everyone meeting in down dog. Take 3 breaths in down dog. Option to have the knees straight. Whichever variation you're in, knees bent or straight, just keep the hips up to the sky. Relax back down to all fours. Take a moment on all fours, grounding through the hands, grounding through the knees, remembering this connection. And then cross the feet behind you, sit back, and make your way to lay on your back. Knees are bent, feet on the ground. This time, reach your arms overhead as you lift up into your bridge, finding length through the body. Breathe. And lower yourself back down. If you have your strap, this is where you'll use it. You're going to wrap the strap around your right foot. Left leg goes out straight, finding a hamstring stretch here. So the right knee is straight. You're pulling that leg in toward you. And the idea is to keep the knee straight. So if you need to be lower, so maybe the leg is lower to keep the knee straight, that's fine. You want to feel the stretch in the back of the thigh. If you don't have the strap, you have 2 options. You can hold on to the calf and pull the leg in. If you have the flexibility, you want to keep the upper body on the ground. So if you're having to lift up to do this, then your option is going to be to hold on underneath the right thigh and then work towards straightening the right knee, however far you can get it. Okay? Go ahead and take 3 more breaths in your stretch. And then releasing that leg, go ahead and just place the strap to the side. And you're going to hug the right leg in. So you're holding on to the right foot with your left hand. The right hand is going to be at the right knee. So the goal here is to bring yourself into that figure 4. So the right knee, you want it to guide it out. And then you're pulling that leg in. You want to keep the upper body on the ground, okay? If this feels like this is just too much, you could just bend the left knee, cross the right leg on top, and do your figure 4 stretch this way, okay? And just giving a little pressure to the right leg. And you want it to be gentle pressure. We're not cranking on the leg. This should feel like a good stretch. Breathe. If you do have the mobility, which I have it more on my left side than the right side, but you can hug the right leg in, bringing it into the kind of crook of your elbow. What feels good for your body? Where is your body at today? Okay. Relax the right leg down, switching sides. So right leg goes out straight, hamstring stretch on the left, either with the strap or the options we just talked about before. Breathe into the left hamstring. Stretching through these areas that provide us with our support and stability while keeping our body relaxed on the earth. The root chakra is our foundation, so we need the foundation to be strong to build upon the other energy centers. We first have to find our stability. 2 more breaths. Release that leg down and release the strap if you have it, and moving to your figure 4 option. So either holding on to the foot, so right hand to left foot, left hand to knee, doing your figure 4, stretch, hugging the leg in with the arms. What feels good for you? Breathe. Two more breaths. Release the leg down. And moving to Shavasana. Straighten the legs out. Relax the hands on the earth. Tuck your shoulders under you. Relax back down to open the chest. Let the feet just fall out to the sides. Really just let everything go here. Feel into the earth supporting you here in this Shavasana. This is one of my favorite ways to relax in Shavasana, is to feel into the support of the earth. But this is particularly good for balancing the root chakra. Reminding ourselves that even in all the craziness and busyness of life, that the earth is always here to support us. Relaxing here, really just let go. So we'll take a few minutes more here in Shavasana. And what I want your focus to be on is just feeling into that support here. Feeling your entire body relax on the earth. And feeling how the earth holds and supports you. I'll guide you out when we're ready. to start to bring gentle movement back to your body, wiggling the fingers, the toes. Bring the legs together, arms reach overhead, finding length through the entire body, fingertips down to your toes. Bend the knees, roll onto one side, keeping the bottom arm straight, resting the head on that arm. Use your hands to walk yourself up to sitting, into easy pose, across leg position. Place both hands on the ground in front of you so your spine is straight. You're really gently leaning forward, hands on the ground, eyes still closed. I just offer some gratitude to Mother Earth. Come back up, bring the hands into prayer at your heart. We'll take one breath here together to close our practice. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, let it go. Return to your comfortable breath, blinking your eyes open. Thank you for practicing here with me today. Namaste. Thank you guys for practicing with me today. I hope you enjoyed this class. If you do want to learn more about the root chakra and what this energy center is all about, I highly suggest checking out the video that's linked in the description down below. In that video, you'll also find tips on ways you can work on the root chakra that aren't yoga. So yoga is a really great way to work on the chakras, but there are also other things you can do in your life to work on these energy centers. So I highly suggest checking that out. But otherwise, if you're not already subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button right below me, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.